Well, we're going to be speaking with the chairman of Odua Investment Company Limited, Otumba Bimbo Ashiru, joins us from London. Otumba, good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Ini, and thank you for having me.
So I think we have to say congratulations first on a successful AGM right there you had last week. And looking at those details there, we saw a 7.5 increase in your revenue. And one would wonder that in the midst of some not so friendly economic indices at this time, you were still able to make profit and you have dividends. Perhaps it is because the company, Odua Investment, is diversified. You are into different areas of or different sectors of investment. Perhaps that's your secret.
Yes, thank you very much, Ili. Let me explain to you. When the new board came in 4 years ago, we had a strategy, and we call it SRS. We are going to sweat our assets. We are going to revive our body-borne industry assets. And at the same time, we are going to create new businesses. And that's what we have started doing. Assets, we have so many body-borne assets that are not generating any income for us. And then another thing we did to focus well is to create a lean holdco, whereby all our real assets business have been moved to our subsidiary, Wema Board, which is owned by Odua 100%. And with that strategy in mind, we were able to galvanize and do a lot of things. For example, Premier Hotel in Ibadan, we have invited with partners, and by God's grace, in the first quarter or second quarter of next year, we should be able to bring Premier Hotel from 87 rooms to about 200 rooms, 5-star hotel with so many facilities, 1,000 conference center, swimming pool, Olympic standard, mini golf course, and so many facilities. We are doing the same thing. We are looking for investors for Airport Hotel 2, which is about 60,000 square meters in Ikeja. The purpose is to ensure that we bring out what we need, and the target is 2025, and we are still working on that. So within all that, we are making the best out of the bad situation. I mean, if you look at in the last few years, we've been paying dividends to the owners of the business. I mean, our income this time around, our profit before tax was 68% after revaluation. And if you put in revaluation, it's going to be about 70-something percent, 78%. But what we're trying to do is to ensure that we create that value. We are bringing back the whole glory of Odua. If you go to Cocoa House today, you see a different thing entirely. And I want to tell you this, we have diversified into energy too. I mean, beta marginal field. Hopefully before the end of this year, we should be able to start drilling. So those are the areas we are looking at. And at the same time, if you look at the Augusto rating, we are rated grade A. We are rated grade A, and our subsidiary was A-. The reason is that they've looked at our assets. We are liquid in cash, and we are not owing any bank a dime. But we are focusing and ensuring that we are sweating our assets very well and doing the right thing in the right direction. Hopefully, next year will be better. Yes, Naira devaluation was a big problem. The change of government during election, you could see it with slow business. But having said that, we are focused and we are determined to ensure that we succeed. And that's where we are working on.
All right. So what would you share as a strategy for businesses? A lot of businesses, obviously, we have seen a lot of audited results from last year, and we see that foreign exchange is a major driver of the losses by some companies, especially for companies who may not be able to diversify as you have done in Odua. What would be a secret strategy you think they can employ?
But I will tell you, you see, we must get to a level whereby we should not rely on foreign exchange alone. And I will tell you this, Nigeria has no business being an import-dependent economy. We should be doing a lot of export in Nigeria. And when you export, you will earn a lot of foreign exchange, and this will be able to help your business. And at the same time, don't forget that some of the companies that invested in Nigeria, they are foreign companies, they are trying to repatriate their assets, their income, their dividends. And because of that, they are not able to cope with it. They were able to survive. But I can tell you, that's why we say you have to sweat whatever you are doing. You have to diversify. No business will not be able to diversify. I will give you a good example. Those days, during the days of Bali, Cadbury's of this world, the breweries of this world, They now looked at other item, which was sorghum. And what did they do? They invested heavily in the production of agricultural products, which is sorghum, in the north. And they got the raw material because sorghum was an alternative raw material for barley. So what I'm saying basically is that there are other avenues that you can make money. You have to look at alternative. That's why I say make the best out of the bad situation. Yes, some of the service companies, telecoms, they have that problem. But with the kind of clientele they have, I mean, we have 200 million Nigerians. And I can tell you 90% of, let me say 80% of Nigerians, they have telephones. And let's say 50%, they have 3 phones. So the point is that you have to look at areas where you are going to diversify and encourage. You see, create so many things. Sell, data. With data, you make money. Calls, encourage calls. Give that service. Service delivery is key. You cannot want to make money. I'm a banker, I can tell you this. We have competition. Banks started creating products in order to be able to attract other clients. They look at your business, they will tell you they want to give you this loan to support your business, because banks, they are not Father Christmas, but at the same time, they have looked at your business and they can see the future that this company can do well. I was in private banking when I was in bank, and those are the strategy you look at. You must be able to see. You can't rely, and I always tell people, stop relying on government policies in the area of foreign exchange, going to banks. You can get companies offshore with foreign exchange that need naira in Nigeria. You can do things legitimately and be able to get things done. But I always tell people the issue of devaluation shouldn't be a problem. Woman selling pepper will tell you naira, foreign exchange has gone up, the dollar has gone up. What has dollar got to do with pepper? So people just hide behind, policies. Oh, this is what they. I believe that if you are focused, if you are determined, and you are bullish about some of the things we do, with so many things we did, we tried to turn around. We met a company that was virtually going down, and we got on our side. Credits to my colleagues on the board and the management of Vodua. We were able to sit down, and this is not an easy thing. At times, we hold board meetings till 1 a.m. in the morning, and this has helped us a lot to be able to, because we have different ideas, people have different ways that things can be done.
All right.
But I will tell you, we can make the best out of the bad situation in Nigeria.
All right, Otumba Ashiru, Chairman, Odua Investment Company Limited. Thank you so much for sharing those tips with us.
Thank you, Ini, for having me, and God bless you. Have a lovely week.
You too, sir.